I call to order the Riverview Community School District Board of Education regular meeting, May 20th, 2025. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr,
Here.
Vice President Dominski.
Here.
Secretary Walker here. Treasurer Davis.
Here.
Trustee Meeks.
Here.
Trustee O'Brien.
Here.
Trustee Toth.
Here.
Please rise for Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I'll hand it over to Superintendent Hatzel for presentations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all coming out to grace us tonight, and especially kudos to our Wax Museum performers who did an excellent job. So let's give them a preemptive round of applause. The pressure's off. That was the hard part. This part's easy. But first, before we do that, we have some special things to celebrate and then to welcome some new staff. So first, we're going to start with a teacher at our high school has decided that she has given her years of service to Riverview and to her benefit is going to retire as a pirate at the end of, 2 weeks? That's all we have, right? So I want to bring up Patty Madigan. Patty has taught in Riverview for the past 25 years. She has been a stalwart in our science department over that time, and I have the personal honor of working with her the last half of her career, both as the principal of the high school and now as superintendent. Patty most frequently was our biology veteran. She taught lots of different biology classes, and including our AP Bio, which is a college credit class. She's been very involved with our clubs. She's been very instrumental with our drama club, often behind the scenes with the crew, but as I was able to experience, just done some fabulous productions. So not just during the day that she performed, but she, like many of our pirates, continued afterwards with some of these extracurricular activities, which really makes Riverview special. And Patty, true to the pirate name and in theory, really became part of our family. She wasn't originally from Riverview, but everybody knows Patty, and even her husband, Mark, who has got some adjusting to do now once he gets her full time, or vice versa, he said. But I want to congratulate you, Patty. She's always been extremely professional, known for her calm demeanor, and willing to help everybody with science. So I thank you personally for making my job easier as principal by being such a reliable teacher and caring about our kids. And on behalf of the board, I also thank you and all of your former students and coworkers who have so many nice things to say. So congratulations on a job well done, Patty. You will be missed. We truly appreciate all you've done, and we wish you the very best in your next chapter. And of course, go Pirates. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations, Patty. Next, we have a couple of new staff members we'd like to introduce to you all tonight. So I'm going to turn it to our elementary school principal, Miss Melly, to introduce her new teacher.
Okay, I would like to introduce Miss Ashlyn Frazek. Mr. Bohr, I stole another one from Grozeal. She graduated from MSU this spring with a Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education and an endorsement in Language Arts. She was on the Dean's List. She did her student teaching in Southgate in a 5th grade classroom and is now teaching at Forest in a 5th grade classroom as well. She has a pug named Doug. So funny. Her favorite food is sushi, and she loves to travel with her family and friends. Ashlyn, welcome to our district.
Here. And next, our principal, Ms. Firkus, will introduce our newest staff addition.
He knows I hate this. Katrina, can you come on up? And just really quickly, I didn't know Patty was going to be here tonight, and I just want to echo what JJ said. Man, are we going to miss you? Just a couple of weeks ago, we had our Summa dinner, and the students spoke really highly of her because she truly is just one of the most reliable, kind, dependable, just wonderful examples for everybody. And I have leaned on her extensively the last few years, and our drama program will really miss you as well. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yes, thank you. Now to the other star. It's my great pleasure to introduce and welcome Katrina O'Higgins to the Pirate family, as she is our new performing arts teacher at Riverview Community High School. Katrina is a graduate of Wayne State University, where she was drum major. How cool is that? And she had the opportunity to work with musicians of all ages and abilities from middle school to the collegiate level. She brings a passion for music and a wealth of experience, as she's been the director of bands and choirs at Fitzgerald High School, a woodwind instructor with marching bands at Rochester High School, Warren Woods High School, and RCHS, so she already knows many of our students. Katrina also had the honor of interning under the current president of the Michigan School Band and Orchestra Association, which is actually like a really big deal. And he had nothing but really high praise to say about her. She's efficient, approachable, engaging, and reliable, with a strong work ethic, is simply a joy to work with. Her current mentor at Fitzgerald stated, she's innovative, a natural collaborator, fosters a positive atmosphere where all students thrive, and this is evidenced by the numerous awards that they've achieved under her care. On the interview panel last week, we were immediately impressed by her positivity and enthusiasm to reach her students through music. One thing I immediately loved about Katrina was her transparency, as she shared that she played school as a little girl. So did I. And so she was just clearly called to teach in this profession, and we're just really excited to have her join us at RCHS. So welcome. Can't wait.
All right, next, I'd like to call up all the students and teachers from our 4th grades across the district and our Wax Museum characters. All right. Hopefully you were here early and were able to hear some of their spiels. I want to reiterate how impressed I am with those of you that memorized it and came in character and did your posters and all the fabulous work you did. As you know, we've got over 200 4th graders, so to be the select 8 is pretty awesome. So I congratulate you, and let's give it up for these awesome characters. All right, I'm just going to have you say your name, your teacher, your school, and what your character was. And you could just pass it along.
Hi, I'm Riley Miraz, and I go to Forest Elementary School. My teacher is Miss Grinwald, and I chose Princess Diana.
Hi, I'm Elijah Anderson. I go to Forest Elementary School. I chose Gandhi.
Hi, I'm Anna Gainig. I go to Forest Elementary School, and my teacher is Miss Curry. I chose Helen Keller.
Hello, I am Adam Schaefer. What school I go to is Memorial Elementary. My teacher is Mrs. Sherlin, 4th grade, and I chose George Washington.
Hi, my name is Wesley Clayball. I go to Memorial Elementary School. My teacher is Miss Wendt, and I chose Benjamin Franklin.
My name is Muriel Spakler, and I'm in Mr. Samon's class in Memorial Elementary, and I chose Marie Antoinette.
Hello, my name is Lucy Villanueva, and I go to Huntington Elementary, and my teacher is Mr. Laginus, and I chose Amelia Earhart.
My name is Presley. I go to Huntington Elementary. My teacher is Miss Thomasak, and I chose Lucille Ball.
I also want to thank the teachers and staff at all the schools because obviously this work took some extra effort, and I was able to see all 3 performances across the district, and it was really a job well done by all of our kids and staff. So one more time for the Wax Museum performers. Great job. Thank you, thank you. Oh, and Wax Museum folk, you can grab some cookies and stuff on your way out. Brothers and sisters, you can get some too. President.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. And I want to echo also my congratulations and thanks and bravo to the kids for their performances, the costumes, and really bringing the history of their characters alive for the Wax Show Museum. Thank you, kids. Thank you, staff. Thank you, Mrs. Munoz, Mrs. Melly, and Mr. Bro. Next, we'll go to guest and visitor comments for the 2-minute session. The purpose of the public participation portion of the meeting is to provide an opportunity for the citizens to share their thoughts with the board. Personal concerns are best handled through proper channels, and questions requiring investigation will be referred to the superintendent for consideration. Are there any guests and visitors with comments for the 2-minute session? Next, we'll move on to item A23, acceptance of agenda. Do I have a motion?
President Board,
Secretary Walker?
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education accepts the agenda for the May 2025 regular meeting.
Motion by Secretary Walker. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Vice President Dominski. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Board,
Yes.
Vice President Dominski,
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A24, consent grouping. Do I have a motion?
President Board,
Vice President Dominski?
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education accept the minutes of the April 22nd, 2025 study session, the minutes of the April 22nd, 2025 regular meeting, approves the check registers and purchase card expense reports, approves the individual contracts, approves the new hire, approve the Michigan High School Athletic Association membership for the 2025-2026 school year, as all contained in the consent grouping.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Treasurer Davis. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
President Board,
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Trustee Meeks.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to board updates with our student liaison, Ms. Salma Ibrahim.
Good evening, everybody. So we ended off April with our National Honor Society juniors and seniors volunteering at the YMCA Storer camps for the Riverview 5th graders. This was definitely a special year at camp as the cabin leaders all bonded with the elementary schoolers very well. And I'd like to especially congratulate Huntington Elementary and their counselors on getting 0 food waste at camp. This is a really big deal over there. They were the only school to meet the camp goal, and it's not usually met every year, so good job, Huntington. With that, May bloomed with flowers and also AP tests. AP tests will conclude successfully tomorrow, so good luck to the AP Psychology students. Mr. Hicks hosted Project Awareness Club's annual Mental Health Awareness Week, which involved activities pertaining to the mental health of high school students. These activities were taking walks, drawing, exercising, and they even brought in therapy dogs. Thank you, Mr. Hicks and Project Awareness Club, for all their efforts to spread mental health awareness at the high school. On May 1st, RCHS seniors displayed their decisions by dressing as their colleges, workforces, such as military or cosmetology, and there were schools from Michigan to Michigan State all the way to Tennessee and Alabama. So congratulations to all their seniors on making their decisions. This month, Miss Bailey Student Council also facilitated Teacher Appreciation Week, and they did an amazing job from making cards and stickers and helping out with the lunches. They did an amazing job of showing our CHS staff how much we appreciate them, and I'd also like to personally say that I love all the Riverview teachers because they are all amazing and care about students beyond the classroom, and it really shows every single day, especially Miss Bailey, Student Council Advisor. Mrs. Van also hosted the art show on May 6th, and it was filled with beautiful work done by RCHS students. It just goes to show that RCHS is full of talent beyond academics and athletics, and also in the arts. The seniors were celebrated on May 14th during Honors Night. Seniors were invited and recognized for their scholarships that they received at their colleges or in the community, and they were also recognized for receiving additional awards. Congratulations, seniors. The annual Senior Portfolio Night was also May 16th. Seniors are required to assemble a portfolio of all their high school accomplishments and classwork, and they are required to present these portfolios to a panel of Riverview business owners and alumni. It went well, and the business owners and alumni were all very nice people. Junior-senior prom was this past Saturday at the Grecian Center, and it was lovely as always. Thank you to class sponsors, Miss Bailey and Miss Boland, for all their efforts to plan prom this year. And congratulations to prom king and queen, Bailey Beasley and Timothy Cruz. A big thank you to Mrs. Potts and Yearbook for successfully finishing the 2024-2025 yearbooks and getting them handed out this week. This week will conclude the senior school year with the last day of school being Thursday, finals being tomorrow and Thursday, and Friday will be the junior-senior breakfast where the juniors will say goodbye to all the seniors, and in the following evening they will have the clap-outs at the elementary schools, the middle schools, and the high schools. Graduation will be May 28th. Congratulations to the class of 2025. I'd also just like to say a big thank you to the school board for allowing me to do this position. This is my last meeting, and I'm just so grateful, and I've loved doing this every month. So thank you, and this is my last goodbye.
Well, thank you so much, Salma, and we can't let your last meeting go by without some words of appreciation. I just want to thank you for all your work, your preparation, and taking your commitment of time out of your busy schedule to come to our board meetings and share with the board and the community all the great happenings at the high school. You're an inspiration to all, and you're a shining example of the Pirate Pride, which makes our district so special. And congratulations on your graduation and your many academic, athletic, and extracurricular achievements and successes. And we wish you all the best of luck and success in your future endeavors and studies at U of M. And we have a little gift. Mr. Hatzel has some words too.
Yes, thank you, President Boer. Obviously, working here with Selma has been an honor to all of us, and we really want to express how well you've handled yourself, almost as professional as could be for a student. And it's no surprise to us that have worked with you, as you've been a leader throughout your tenure in Riverview, and really a pillar of what we would love to see of our students, not just with success in the classroom, but giving of your time, as President Boer said, out of school to serve your fellow classmates, and then continue to mentor younger leaders as they see you in the community constantly as a great role model. And I do want to brag too, because Selma is modest, and she also won our biggest scholarship to U of M, over $10,000 of Thomas Evans Scholarship. So that's on Honors Night last week. And our second biggest honor, aside from that singular scholarship, is to be named a Hall of Fame Scholar. She also earned that distinction and a little bit of money with that. And then at Honors Night, she was also named the Pirate of the Year. So tons of accolades for Selma, but all of them well-deserving. We will miss you, and we do want to also thank your mother, Dino. Maybe she's watching at home. She brought us some snacks and has always been your biggest cheerleader. And so we're not going to miss her as much because she's still got your younger siblings here to take care of her. But we do want to appreciate her because she's always a supporter, whether in public or online, of all the good things happening in Riverview, and always make sure that the positivity that sometimes is lost on people is there. So thank you, Dina, for that, and especially for giving us your daughter and all the great stuff she's done to make us proud to have her as a pirate. So go Pirates and go Blue. Thank you, Selma. You're gonna have to come up to the front now. All right. On behalf of the school board and myself, we give you a little bit of a gift to get on. To wear on campus when you get there, so we still expect you to wear maroon and gold some days, but we want to have some amazing blue stuff as well.
It's a nice durable bag. You can pack some of your stuff when you come home for weekend visits, and plenty of gear there to keep you warm on campus.
And then also a new tradition we're starting this year, thanks to someone encouraging us, is that the school board liaison graduate will have a special medal to wear on their gown to commemorate their service to the board. So, congratulations, Selma. Thank you.
Next, we'll go to administrative comments, legislative reports. Superintendent Hatzel.
All right, Selma took most of the key events, so that's good for me. I do want to, I know last month I mentioned all the extra activities that we're doing across the district from pre-K through 12th grade, and congratulate the students and families for their performances, whether it be in the arts or with projects such as the Wax Museum or Graduation Honors Night, because all of those events that are outside the school day take extra effort, and it really is a proud time to be part of this district to showcase all the great things that happen from K through 12. So I thank all the staff and families and kids that contributed to those events as well. Not much going legislatively. We're going to have, I would assume in the next 10 days, some sort of cell phone policy that will be passed in some way, state or form, but nothing that's going to be much different than what we do right now in Riverview legislatively. And I guess because this is the last meeting before school is out, I want to also reiterate my congratulations for the class of 2025. Extremely highly decorated class with the most summa cum laude representatives, over $2+ million in scholarships, And as Selma said, lots of cool things happening after they leave Riverview, whether it be in the workforce or career tech or post-secondary school. So congrats, class of 2025. Everyone else, we want to wish you a great summer. We do want to let you know we have many opportunities to stay connected with education in our schools. We have our summer enrichment program for elementary through 6th grade. We have 3 literacy events planned that welcomes all of our students and families to come throughout the summer. We also have partnered with the Riverview Library, who's got some other cool events that you can go to. Our English language learners have some field trips and some events for families as well. Quite a few, if not all of our sports teams have summer camps. In our summer enrichment classes, we partnered with the City of Riverview, and they're offering some recreational opportunities, whether it be sports or crafts and some sort of activities that happen right after our classes. So most of these things are free or of low cost, so we encourage you to keep your kids connected with some of those events, and especially keep them engaged with literacy as we break for the summer. So I wish everybody a great summer. It's been an awesome school year, and thank you. Go Pirates.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Next, we'll move on to item A25 under new business. Approve the Wayne Risa proposed general fund budget for 2025-2026. Superintendent Hatzel, background please.
In accordance with Section 380-624 of the Revised School Code, the Riverview Board of Education must adopt a resolution expressing its support or disapproval of the proposed Wayne Risa 2025-2026 general fund operating budget by June 1st, 2025. It is the recommendation of the Superintendent and the Director of Business and Finance that the Board of Education support the proposed Wayne Risa 25-26 general fund operating budget.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Meeks.
be it resolved, the Board of Education support the Wayne Risa General Fund operating budget for the 2025-2026 school year, and that the Secretary of the Board is hereby directed to submit a copy of the resolution to the Secretary of the Wayne Risa Board of Education along with comments.
Motion by Trustee Meeks. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Vice President Dominski. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A26. Approve candidate vote casting for Wayne Risa biennial election. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The Wayne Regional Education Service Agency election will be held on June 2nd, 2025. The Riverview Community School District designated President Bohr to represent the school district to vote for 2 members of the Board of Education of Wayne Risa. The Wayne Risa Board election was discussed at the Board of Study session on May 19th, 2025. It is the recommendation of the superintendent that the Board of Education review the candidates and the district's designee or alternate cast the ballot for the individuals whose philosophy closely aligns with the Riverview Community Schools. Those candidates are James Berry and Linda Jackson.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Toth.
be resolved, the Riverview Board of Education directs the approved representatives of the board, President Timothy Bohr, to cast the votes on the first ballot for candidates James Berry and Linda Jackson for seats on the Wayne Risa Board of Education, each for 6-year terms beginning July 1st, 2025.
Motion by Trustee Toth. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A27, approve elementary mathematics curriculum purchase. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The Riverview Elementary Mathematics Committee has spent the last 3 years researching, vetting, and piloting math curriculum. The team also participated with the Wayne Risa Curriculum Fellowship Program this school year to follow the curriculum adoption process. After thorough consideration, the team has selected Takeoff as their choice of the elementary math curriculum. As a recommendation of the Elementary Math Committee, the superintendent, the assistant superintendent, that a 6-year subscription of the Takeoff by IXL curriculum be purchased for kindergarten through 5th grade. The purchase includes online programming, consumable materials, and professional development for a total cost not to exceed $304,579.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee Meeks.
be it resolved that the Riverview Board of Education approves the purchase of Takeoff by IXL as our elementary math curriculum for grades kindergarten through 5th grade. The 6-year subscription includes online programming, consumable materials, and professional services as a cost not to exceed $304,579.
Motion by Trustee Meeks. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee O'Brien. Any discussion? I just want to thank the Math Committee for coming to our study session last night and giving us a comprehensive presentation, answering all the questions the board had on this new curriculum. And we all look forward to it really helping the kids meet their math goals. Hearing no other discussion, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A28, award the memorial glass replacement. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
Due to the poor condition of the existing window glazing at Memorial Elementary, we developed and implemented an ongoing program to replace the existing glazing and plate glass with new safety glass and glazing. Quotes were obtained from several local vendors, and Six Panes Glass Company was the selected vendor. Their quote is attached. The replacement of the failed glazing and plate glass throughout the district has been a multi-year ongoing project, and this will be the final stage when completed. After reviewing the quote, it is the recommendation of the Director of Business and Finance and the Director of Operations that Six Panes Glass Company be awarded the project for a sum not to exceed $23,287.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr,
Trustee O'Brien.
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education award the Memorial Elementary Glass Replacement Project to Six Panes Glass Company for a sum not to exceed $23,287.
Motion by Trustee O'Brien. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Treasurer Davis. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A29, ratification of Riverview Administrative Cabinet Master Agreement. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
Representatives of the Board of Education and the Riverview Administrative Cabinet have reached a successor agreement. The contract is a 3-year contract in duration and expires on June 30th, 2028. It is a recommendation of the Superintendent and the Director of Business and Finance that the proposed tentative agreement be adopted as presented for the years 2025 through 2028.
Okay, thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr,
Vice President Dominski.
be it resolved that the Riverview Board of Education ratifies the proposed successor agreement between the Riverview Board of Education and the Riverview Administration Cabinet.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Secretary Walker. Any discussion? I just want to thank Superintendent Hatzel and the Administrative Cabinet for all their collaborative work on this contract and bringing it to the board for our consideration and passage. Hearing no other discussion, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. President Board?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Next, we'll go to item A30, approve second school of choice application period. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The State School Aid Act provides a local school board with the option to participate in state schools of choice programs under Section 105 and 105C, which permits the district to accept for enrollment non-resident pupils residing within the intermediate school district boundaries and for non-resident pupils residing within the boundaries of an intermediate school district that is contiguous to the ISD of the enrolling district. The district's proposed 2024-2025 operating budget incorporates school of choice as essential for consistent operating revenues and program sustainability. It is a recommendation of the superintendent and the director of business and finance that the Riverview Community School District open a school of choice enrollment period accepting a minimum of one qualified applicant in grades K through 11th from non-resident students residing within the intermediate school district under Section 105. Also recommended is the acceptance of unlimited applications for enrollment in the Riverview Virtual Academy in grades K through 12.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do I have a motion?
President Boer,
Trustee Toth?
be resolved, the Riverview Board of Education, exercising the option permitted by section of the School Aid Act of 1979 as amended by the Public Act 300 of 1996, will, for the purposes of section 105, accept the minimum of one qualified applicant in grades K through 11. For the Riverview Virtual Academy, unlimited applications will be accepted from the students in grades K through 12 under Section 105. These applications are for the 2025-2026 school year.
Motion by Trustee Toth. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
President Board?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A31, approve superintendent contract. I'll read some background. A subcommittee of trustees Toth and trustees O'Brien and President Boer worked collaboratively with Superintendent Hatzel and mutually developed an updated amended superintendent contract of employment for July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2028. And it's the recommendation for the Riverview Board of Education to approve the updated amended superintendent's contract as presented. So I will make the motion. Be it resolved that the Riverview Board of Education approve the superintendent's contract covering the employment of Joseph J. Hatzel and direct the contract to be executed on behalf of the Board of Education by the board president and secretary. Do I have support?
Support.
Supported by Secretary Walker. Any discussion? I'll just say I'd like to thank Superintendent Hatzel for his dedication, his passion, and his professionalism in furthering our district's pirate pride and making major progress on our strategic plan goals, and also keeping the board up to date on a regular basis in key areas of work and needs of the district. And I also want to note, I really admire his deep caring and his community service with numerous civics groups throughout the community. Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. If there's no other discussion, we'll have a roll call vote. Secretary Walker?
President Boer?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to guest and visitor comments for the 5-minute session. Any guest and visitors here with comments for the 5-minute session? Seeing none, we'll move on to items for discussion presented by board members concerning which no action can be taken.
President Boer.
Vice President Dominski.
I'd also like to thank Selma for her dedication. I got to watch you in the soccer field, and that you bring that same excitement here as you did out there. I'd also like to comment that I attended my first portfolio night the other night at the high school, and I did interviews with the students, and I must say I was very impressed, and I'm not sure why I waited this long to be a part of that. The staff did a great job putting it on, and the rock stars of the night were the students, for sure. As Superintendent Hatzel said, there's this graduating class is something to be very proud of, and the kids that were in my interview were awesome, and then just the discussion afterwards with all the other interviewers, it was just all positive across the board, so we should be very proud of all of our students. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Minsky. Any other comments?
President Boer,
Superintendent Hatzel.
I also want to say that this Monday, the City of Riverview will be hosting a Memorial Day remembrance ceremony at Young Patriots Park at the Veterans Memorial at 10:30 on Monday morning. And we have invited our students that are graduating from this class that are going into the military, and some of our band will be there to perform as well. And obviously, it's an important day to remember those who served our country. So that's Monday at 10:30. Thank you, President Boer.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. I also want to thank our music and marching band director, Mr. Alex Piquel, for his success and dedication in building up our band program. I was able to go to Seats Middle School last week to see the artwork on display. We had amazing artwork there by the kids, and also I was able to catch some of the songs in the joint high school band and middle school band concert. And for that last song of the evening, it was a packed house, and it was an amazing performance by the kids. And for that last song, he brought up the 8th grade band members with the high school kids, and we saw well over 100 kids on that stage in that band. And that's really a testament to his success at building our music and our band program over the last 3 years, which it was kind of at a low point 3 years ago. And due to this success, Mr. Piquel has been stretched pretty thin the last couple of years, and I really look forward to our new hire tonight, Miss Higgins, really helping to further build capacity and support, and then further build up our music program. So again, thank Mr. Alex Piquel. And my wife and I were also able to see the high school artwork on display by the high school kids. And their artwork is tremendous and amazing. So many colors and textures and designs of artwork. And I just want to say congratulations to the kids on their work. And thank you and congratulations to Mrs. Van Sickle for leading them in their art mastery. And it was really, what was special about it, we had our popcorn pirates there serving popcorn snacks the way they came to our board meeting in March. We had a really talented young man playing guitar. We had contribution. Mrs. Van Sickle's mother made chocolate-covered pretzels. We had some culinary treats by the culinary kids. And you almost could say it harkened back to, we had a big event years ago, Arts, Beats, and Eats. And I see it as kind of a revival, Arts, Beats, and Eats, with popcorn, snacks, and music and artwork. So again, bravo to our high school kids, Mrs. Van Sickle, the popcorn pirates, and the culinary. Everything really blended together, a very proud evening. Now, yes, Trustee Toth.
I would just like to thank all the principals and department heads for presenting to us about the strategic plan yesterday. It was very informative. It's always nice to hear people sum up the work that's gone on throughout the year.
Thank you, Trustee Toth. Just one last note. I just want to say congratulations to all of our 2025 graduates, and congratulations and thanks to Superintendent Hatzel, our staff, our administration, our families, and our community. And we're all looking forward to an evening of pirate pride with our upcoming commencement night next Wednesday. With that, we'll go on to future business. Our June study session will be Monday the 23rd at 6:30 at RCHS. And our regular meeting for June will be in the Riverview City Hall Council Chambers on Tuesday, the 24th. Next, we'll need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Is there support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Meeks. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Meeks?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Meeting adjourned at 7:46.